I'm getting ready to head out on vacation in a couple of days, and before I go, I wanted to give this waterproof, transfer-resistant NYX Zero to Brow Gel a try. So as you can see, I don't have anything on my brows right now, and they are pretty sparse. So I do have another pencil that I'm using from e.l.f. right now, but it's a little bit waxy, and we're going to a warm weather kind of lake, water, sports activities, vacation. So it'll work for some of the time, but I would like to see how this performs. I'm always looking for a good brow product that will work for very sparse brows. So this is a cruelty-free and vegan formula. I just picked this up at Ulta the other day. It was kind of on an end cap on display. I was actually going to find some other brow pencils, and this is the one I came out with instead. So let's just go ahead and give this a try. And I did want to point out on the packaging here, it does say to shake well. And I just wanted to point that out because sometimes when products say things like that and you miss it the first time and you think, this product is terrible, what are people, raving about, or I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be. So I just wanted to make sure that I saw that, to make sure to shake it well before I give it a try. So it is a long wear brow gel, and it's in this tube formula, and then the spoolie. The spoolie is on one side and the gel is in the other, and here in the other you have to unscrew it to get it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up and unscrew it. So it comes with this little applicator, but it's not like a brow gel. It's not like a spoolie applicator. It's a doe foot, but a really tiny, very rounded doe foot applicator. Really interesting. So I'm kind of nervous about going directly on to the brow. It did say to do that. I also did bring a shadow brush, an angled shadow brush. I'm holding too many things. I have this angled shadow brush to try to take off the, it won't fit in because it's too thick, but I could try to take it off the applicator here. But, let's give it the benefit of the doubt here and try it with the applicator that it comes with first. So I think we could go ahead and zoom in. All right, so we are very close now. I'm going to look into a mirror and see how it goes. I should brush up my brows first. My brows are sparse but unruly, so I'm just going to brush them first into place. I'm holding my breath. This is scary. The color is right. So I've picked up the color Espresso, and I should double check. Yes, Espresso. I think most of the NYX brow products that I have are in the shade Espresso, and the color works very well. I tried to pick up a brunette in a different brand, but it's not dark enough. Even though my hair is not that dark, my eyebrows are super dark, so I always have to kind of go a little bit darker or it looks really unnatural. Okay. This is nerve-wracking. It's definitely applying a lot in some areas. I don't think this is how it's supposed to go, but I'm hoping when I brush back through with the spoolie, it will even them out. Okay, switching over to the spoolie. Got intense, right? Now I'm brushing it through. Okay. All right. So I actually think even with the doe foot applicator that worked well. It looked like too much, but then once you brush it through with the spoolie, it actually turned out really nicely. Now, the only problem for me is that I still have some sparseness. So I almost think I need to fill it in with a pencil first before I do the waterproof eyebrow gel, and maybe top it with that, just because I don't think it looks okay. It's not terrible, but I wish it was filled in more for all of that effort and all of that work. I wish it was filled in more. But I think maybe if I did a pencil underneath first, then I would have a more filled in look. And I do need to clean it up a little bit because it did get a little bit out of the lines, coloring out of the lines, but it seems to clean up just fine with just the finger. So I think this would be especially great if you had more brow than I did. If you have just a little bit more eyebrow hair, I think it would be really nice. Of course, can't tell you how transfer resistant and waterproof it is yet. It did say to let it set for 60 seconds before you do anything more to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that set, but I'm going to try to do a pencil first on the other side, but I didn't bring one in here, so let me go grab a pencil and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I do feel like there's almost like a divot in this top of the brow, which I can't fix because there's no hair there. So when I spoolie it away, there's nothing for it to cling to, which is why I'm going to try to do this side with a pencil underneath first. So I picked up this Florence by Mills Tint and Tame eyebrow pencil. This is new to me. And actually, this is the first product from the brand I've ever tried. So again, this is cruelty-free and vegan, and the whole line is cruelty-free and vegan. And I saw on Ulta that it had really good reviews. I think like 4.5 stars when I looked. So I did pick this up to give it a try, and I got the shade medium brown. And I want to say that the color selection was a little tricky, and they didn't have any that you could test at my Ulta. They had like a tester slot for them, but it was empty. So I'm not sure if this is going to be the right color because it might need a darker brown. But let's just give it a try. I have it here. So this is what it looks like. And it also has the spoolie on the end. And then this is just a pencil. So we've got on this end. This is kind of like the Anastasia Beverly Hills, sort of like a triangular tip, so it's similar to that. All right, so try this. Oh, it's a little stiff. It's brand new, so and stiff eyebrow pencils is not a bad thing. It's pretty hard, but that is better than the one I was using. Is super waxy and it's very soft, but that makes it a little bit smudgy or transfers. But this color looks like it might be okay. So it's a little firm, and that could be a pro or it could be a con. So let's go ahead and just see how it applies. Okay, so here is what it looks like applied before I spoolie over it. So it's definitely dark enough, and it applied darker than I expected it to, but I do think the shade definitely works for me. Let's go ahead and spoolie it out and see how it goes. It's there's a couple of heavy areas, kind of where my brows are sparse. It clung to the hair, so let's see how it works with this spoolie. All right, there we go. So it's actually even a little darker than I expected it to be. It applies darker than the swatch. I would say the concentration, it's very pigmented. So when it applies, the concentration of it is nice and dark. So I don't think I need a lighter shade, but that, to keep that in mind, that again is the medium brown. So I would say that's a pretty deep medium brown, just if you're interested. But I do like it. I like the consistency. Once I started applying it to my skin, it warmed up a little bit, so it was pretty easy to apply, but not too waxy. So that's actually very promising. And it definitely gave me way more definition than the NYX gel, but of course that's, you know, a gel. So this, of course, again, is the Florence by Mills Tint and Tame brow pencil. And then this is the NYX 02 brow gel, waterproof, transfer resistant brow gel. So that's head to head. I'm curious to see if this is going to work over the top of this, because it's pretty strong. I almost don't need it, but I do wonder if it would help to make it transfer resistant or waterproof. Maybe, maybe not. But actually, if I was picking between the two right now to take with me, I would just go ahead and take this Florence by Mills pencil. But let's see. We're here. It was a thought. It's makeup. It washes off, hopefully, because it's waterproof. If it doesn't come off easily with water, of course, just use an oil-based remover. So let's go here and go over the top of the Florence Mills by pencil with the NYX 02 brow gel and see how it ends up. Here goes nothing. All right, so there is the Florence by Mills pencil with the NYX brow gel over the top. Now I'm gonna go ahead and brush it out and see how it goes. I forgot to reshake it. I wonder how often how soon you have to reshake it. It's probably okay, but again, that's a reminder to shake it. I feel like it got some smudges around the outside, like it kind of got a little messy, which I can go in and clean up with some foundation. It's definitely a more intense look than I usually go for. So that is the layered look right there. Definitely think I would go for one or the other. I think that was a little bit too much and it made it a little bit messy. So I definitely don't recommend doing that mix. So here is the brow gel alone. The pencil alone was also good. I don't recommend mixing them, but hopefully that will help you if you're in the market for some eyebrow products. Those are some options for you. I may throw both in my travel bag just so I have some options. I think even though I wish it was a little more filled in, I think that the waterproof 02 brow gel by itself for a kind of lake style vacation, I think that might be okay. Maybe I'll use the pencil if we're going out to dinner or out on the town or anything. Maybe I'll switch to that. So I'll probably bring both, but I definitely won't layer them up again. I do hope you found this helpful. If you have a favorite brow product, leave it in the comment below so I can check it out. Again, I'm Anne Marie and this is Unfiltered Makeup. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all in the next video.